All right, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here on Spruce and Oak, right here in Cold Township. As you see, a nice little war memorial right there. But we're going to crack on with our day, and we're going to look for some mixed properties up here. We're going to see some blight, we're going to see some beauty. We're going to focus on all the in between. Like our guy across the street there's a nice one for sale. They did something, they remodeled that. They did a good job on that one. I remember when that didn't look so good. But like I said, we're going to move on with our day, and we're going to take a look around on this beautiful day up here in Cold Township. It is currently, let's see what time it is, because it is hot out here. It is 11:23, ladies and gentlemen, and the temperature is, if you give me one moment to bear here, it is 81 degrees already at a high of 92 today with the humidity. So we're trying to get this done early as possible, but car fire this morning put me a little behind schedule, but I'm still out here exploring, enjoying the day, as I recommend for all of you to do as well. So let's go and see what Cold Township has to offer today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, welcome back. We are at our first location. This one I'm gonna lock the bike up for right here in a nice shady little area, let it cool a little bit. It is, like I said, it is extremely hot out here today. It's going to be one of the warmest days that we had here in the coal region this season so far. I'm looking forward to more of them, but we're starting off in a beautiful shaded area here. It came down off the spruce there. I came down into the alley, and look what we find. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I had a tip. I seen this on Facebook of someone complaining about a property right here. So I came to take a look, and this is what I found so far. I didn't see all this in the post, but we're going to take a look around. The first thing I noticed is you have the tow stickers on there for the police tow on two vehicles so far, 3, and possibly 4 down there. All right, so we're going to look at this garage here. Wow. All right, that's all we can say there. Got the trees growing everywhere. Obviously, this car hasn't been driven in a while, but it's on private property, so they can stay right where it's at. But if you look at that garage, that roof has seen better days, wouldn't you say? Wow, right? All right, and then we're going to walk down here to the actual yard that I want to look at. Making our approach, it is this one here, the one with the blue. I think you see the whole yard is overgrown. I mean, that is about as tall as my knees, and that's pretty tall. So, and then you got people next to them that are complaining because, or maybe it's not next to them, but someone in the area complained that this property, not sure who. Wow, look, the whole garage is bowed right here, falling in this way. Lucky this hill's here, otherwise it would have already been down. But they're complaining that this grass needs taken care of. The back door of this building's hanging open, it's vacant, and God knows what's living in there animal-wise. So, valid complaint, valid complaint. So I came out here to show you the property that they're talking about. But wow, I can't get over how bad that garage is. All right, I'm gonna try to zoom in here with the Osmo. You see that yard is like a jungle, and that back door is open back there on the bottom. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but I tell you what, I got an extendo sticko, so why don't we stick you up there so you can see a little better. Sun's shining right in our direction, so I don't know if that's gonna help out. All right, so I'm gonna show you what the backyard looks like there. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll review it here in a second, and then probably make another clip if needed. But yeah, then you can see the condition of the garage a little bit better there. But that is an atrocity of its own, wouldn't you say? Someone ought to take care of this. We got to find out what's going on. And we got all this trash and debris buried in the weeds right there. All right, so from the front of the structure, it doesn't look that bad, does it? I like the stained glass window there. Nice blue paint. It looks empty on the inside if you look through. Power is connected. I mean, it doesn't look in bad shape out here at all. So I wonder why. I mean, little thing there, that's about all I see. So I wonder why it's left like it is. Even has gas hookup still. Anyways, what do you say we crack on? Ladies and gentlemen, I found a newer remodeled construction one. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's for sale. It's empty at the moment, but the porch is really nice. Brand new looking. Look at that. That's that fake wood. And got a nice new railing, new paint job. It just looks great. We'll do a quick 360 of this one. It has a 2024 permit there. I mean, the grass needs a little cutting around the side. Not looking bad, right? This is actually a really nice looking property right here. Yeah, like I said, just the grass needs a little cutting. You got the old style fence. I'm not sure if that garage comes with the property, but even look at that nice slider back porch here. Nice little piece of yard. I mean, I wouldn't complain at all. Even the basement windows are new. But I don't want to get too far from the bike. I left it unsecured. Has my phone on it and everything, you know. I don't usually do that though, so that's a flaw in the system today. But yeah, look at that. Beautiful. You even got a nice little stone driveway here. But yeah, very nice. So yeah, this is for sale here in Cole Township. I forget exactly what street we're on. But if you're interested, that's the realtor right there. And that's Spruce Street there, so I don't know what street this is right here. But yeah, right, ladies and gentlemen, we would accept the next two sets of property right here. Nice stained glass windows right there. The first thing I want to say, one there, one there. But we're gonna look at one of the poorest excuses for fixing a roof I've ever seen. I don't even know. That is definitely the poorest excuse I've ever seen for trying to fix a roof. I mean, nah, probably not, but I've seen pretty bad, but in this area, at least that's the poorest excuse. Not sure why both of these are vacant, but the kitchen sink's even on the front porch here at this one. There is no rear access to this one. It's a hill behind us here. I tried to take a look around, but as you see, very unsafe. You got occupied one next to you on the left there. The porch is just studs with a piece of plywood on it and some lattice right there. Got some cabinets out here. Like I said, that stained glass is pretty cool. Don't look too good up through there. You can see right through into the building that way. But it's really not much else I can see on this one because, like I said, oh yeah, the power meters are at least disconnected. Darn cans of soda out here on the road. They don't know how to take care of their trash. But yeah, I don't know why this is like this, in the middle of the road like this, both of them next to each other. I don't see why they can't fix them up. But anyways, let's go find some more. Ladies and gentlemen, real quickly on this one here, I found another one on Spruce, attached to a bunch of other buildings. Security camera up there watching us. That's what it looks like at least. But yeah, they have a permit, an old one. And the steps aren't looking too well. And it just doesn't look good. Spray foam around the door to hold it in place. I like the window styles they have up around here. They're all nice actually. I think everybody has a cool style window around here. Really nifty. Lots of bezo. Alright, that's it for this one at least. You know, like I said, there's no steps there, whatnot. But not much we can see from here. Like I said, no rear access to this one either. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for another one. What do you think of this one right here? As you see, most of the roof is missing on that porch right there on the second floor. You can't really see right through it. Padlock on the door, overgrown grass. It's just an atrocity of its own, ain't it? A lot of wood rot going on there. I'm not sure if that's asbestos siding. It kind of looks like it is. But yes, or the weeds growing over it, grass growing over it, whatever you want to say. All the wood rotting away from the steps. An old grill is still there. Definitely has a roof issue. You can see it through the ceiling there. Let's see what else we can see here through the other. Just a few more down from that. You see an atrocity of the weeds growing here, growing up, overtaking the sidewalk. This is just one a couple more down. Oh, laundry bin of some sort sitting up there. Doesn't look to be occupied, being that the weeds are growing out the meter box there, or bird nest, one of the two. Let's zoom in and see that actually. Wow, right? It doesn't look that bad of a structure, so why it's empty again, I don't know. It might not be a bad one, but definitely needs a little bit of lawn care and some power, maybe some utilities. Don't know what the inside of this one looks like, but one can only guess. Like I said, it really don't look too bad. All the windows are intact. I mean, the age showing on the wood up there, but that's normal. I really like the second floor porch like that though. That's really cool. But all right, let's go try to find another one. I know these are getting really short on each property, but with the way Cole Township designed, they don't have the 360 where I can get in the alleyways like they do up in Shamokin or Ranch Hall did. So we're working on it the best we can, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, let's crack on. This one over here is being worked on, as you can see. That's new wooden siding there. That looks really cool like that, actually. All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at this one. We got 3 power meters that are not connected. Looks like a whole porch and everything missing right here. And just a belighted sewer of an eye. The chimneys from the distance are definitely falling. I'll go across the street, see that in a second. We have traffic coming up at the moment. The property next to it looks vacant as well. You see a lot of trash pile on the perk. There's some permits and stuff there, and there's a legal notice on that one. The grass is extremely tall. I love the old sidewalks here. I believe that's flagstone there. Very good stuff. Wow, look at that falling in right there. That whole thing's falling in there. As you see, that's what it would normally look like underneath. That's what this is going to look like here now, but probably had something like this over top of this before. 24-hour video in use, it says. Okay, that's good to know. Well, yeah, let's take a look from across the street now. Like I said, you see from across the street now, it's both of them properties right there. But yeah, that roof, it looks like it's bowing and caving and collapsing right there in dead center. Do you see all that? How the tiles or the shingles are lifted and bowing right there? And then we also got the chimneys. They just look horrible. Even this one is just bad. I don't know why they would get rid of the windows on this one and cover all that up. That just looks stupid. And all that black stuff you see on the siding, that's this coal dirt, coal dust. You get that over every building in the cities around here in the towns. I'll zoom back out a little bit and you can see that we're kind of on a hill right here. And just because these are right here like that doesn't mean that there ain't beautiful properties right behind me. I mean, take a look. Beautiful, right? Some nice history. We're gonna go look at that one next though. That just caught my eye right over there. Wow, right? But yeah, last look at this one here before we move on. If you see anything that you want me to point out on the video a little more, or other details that you want to see a little better, like the gas meter buried in the weeds over there, just let me know in the comments and we'll get that done. All right, let's go see the other building. All right, we made our way over. First thing I like to say is I love the flagstone. It is flagstone, I just looked it up. I like the stone that are here. I just love this kind of style of stuff. But look at this. And there we are. A vine overgrown house, basically. But someone did cut the yard at least. So as we take a walk around, it is not looking good at all, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. It is not looking good at all. Vines everywhere. It kind of gave it that bow look, but it don't. You see they kind of covered up some of the windows over the years. Looks like a lot of stuff collapsed in through there. Definitely has a roof leak. You can tell that from the rip. Definitely, it's a different kind of tile that I've seen before. Definitely not asbestos though. All right, one thing I want to point out for safety is that door does not look secure. Somebody should ought to take care of that. That doesn't look like it's going to hold much longer, that pole there, so I'll bring that down. The vines just took over everything. But someone is cutting the grass though, at least. Taking care of that. But this building, definitely seen better days. Even this is all collapsing out here. Yeah, so what do y'all think of this one? We're gonna call this the Vine House. Is the Vine House an interesting one or not? We'll get that shot from across the street real quick and then we'll go ahead and move on. What's this about? Construction crew in the area, so they probably had a water supply there. But there it is from across the street with my bike in front of it. Said the roof does not look good at all. I don't know what kind of tiling that is on the roof there, but that's different. One more thing here. Look at the sidewalk. They busted it all up, didn't they? They really don't want nobody going up there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna show you something really nice. I showed this in a different video before, but I figure we'll stop in, get an update look at it. There's a mural painted here. So we got the cold breaker system set up, whole town right there. This has little details in here that are so amazing. And we got the Thomas Edison. So they did a real good job on this here. So I figured I'd stop and as I'm riding by and show you this awesome mural that was painted. Yeah, everything up there. Really nice work, ain't it? That's looks like Independent Street. Yeah, that's been destroyed since then. That's no longer standing either. But yeah, I figured we could take a look at this here. So let's go get a nice shot of it from the back. Definitely here at the wrong time of day. The sun's not working in our favor. The sun's actually right above us. Right there. So it's not doing us a good favor on getting a nice shot of that. But there it is, all in one shot. It's really nice work up here in Cold Township, isn't it? All right, well, we're going to continue on. Bike's sitting up here in the heat. We got to take breaks every now and then, but we're on Fine and Popular if you're interested in seeing this if you're in the local area. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to wrap it up for our tours up here in Cold Township, this side of Cold Township. Today, we're going to continue on the rest of our day, and I hope you all enjoyed those videos, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up for me. Until next time, y'all, you know what it is. Rise above, rack on. Stay safe, y'all.